Okay, today I'm talking about Halloween safety here. And of course, yeah, Halloween safety. Oh, I got some Halloween candy here. Oh, yeah, trick or treat. Get a hand in candy or candy bar. Well, few things to remember out there. They maybe look great, all wrapped up like this, all wrapped up. But some people do some pretty nasty things. Like they will dip them in window cleaner. Yeah, boo boo. Hand to you, you get sick. Or worse, not. They dip them in bleach. Bleach, bleach, bleach. And what happened? You get a burn, you got destroys your innards. The next thing you know, you'd be rushed to the emergency room and end up and unfortunately it may be too late. You won't be around because they will be going to your funeral. Unfortunately, now, these are things to watch out for. You might get a candy bar, the old nice Hershey candy or caramel bar. There are people who inject things in them like blood acid, LSD, crack cocaine, this stuff that really is dangerous to anybody. And you know what? Get the young teenager, young boy addicted to that is uh, horrible. Addiction is the worst thing out there. What happens? Well, then you're gonna end up wanting all the time. So all these things can happen on Halloween, plus costume. Some people may get, oh, I'm gonna dress out in a beautiful costume and a wig on. But a lot of caution. While a lot of Halloween costumes are not really up to par, they're made of sometimes a very flammable material, and one little spark you could burst in flames because they're made with substandard Chinese material that is not really would be anything that you want to do. Or you wear a wig made in China. It could be substandard material, all stuff they couldn't sell in the stores. So they turn the wigs and they turn around and they will wear that on the head. Next thing you know, kaboom! A burst in flame from one flick of the cigarette butt from somebody's cigarette. But boy. And you get third degree burns, you rush to a hospital, ambulance, all blah blah. Lo and behold, you lost all your hair. Not only that, but that your scalp is so badly burned you'll be bald the rest of your life because the hair won't go back. Well, anyways, and you'll be in the hospital months and months. All because that. These are things that you got to watch out for on Halloween. Another thing, somebody get behind this wheel and they think, I'm gonna go down to social, I'm gonna go down to Honky Tonk Saloon, I'm gonna have a few drinks. I go down there, Hotel Lou, I got a couple of drinks. Well, guess what? Had a few drinks, get in that car, driving along the road, and they get the flashing blue, and it's Halloween night, and a couple kids crossing the road to get to a house, and the car comes in, and you know what story happened there. Bang! You go flat on the ground, the car keeps going, and it fades off in the distance. Everybody looks around, wonder why, and the police come. Bang! Your victim a hit and run. I get, oh my god, pull in the driveway for the car, and the car, cop comes up behind you. Cop gonna say, take off this wrapper, breathe in a plastic tube. Take the wrapper off. Take off the wrapper. Go, whoa, you're way illegal to drive. I'm gonna have to take you in. On top of this, you're gonna when you wake up in the morning. Oh, by the way, guess what? You've been charged with a hit and run last night. You ran over a poor trick or treater who didn't, was just with his mom and dad, and he killed him and he ruined his life. How do you feel about? I didn't kill. I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm sorry you did. Not for that. You got a day in court. You're not going home. What do you mean? And again, person shows up. Oh, the person shows up in court, and a couple of people will say, "Oh no." A couple of people look at him and say, the boss looks at you and still like this, "You fired." And on top of that, a judge will come in. "Oh, Judge Honorable, your worship, shirrie Jackson at trial here is to say, you are, what are you? Well, I see you, where I call my first witness. What do you have before you, worship?" "Oh, your worship, sir, we have this guy who drunk and drank and drive and having killed the trick-or-treater crossing the road. And guess what? I got worried about this. This is horrible. My God, real horrible. Oh, well, Mr. Don't Drink and Drive, you've been in front of my court again. Guess what that means?" "Well, you never learn from your drinking. Unfortunately for this murder, you've been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. I'm going to give you life imprisonment. You have life, rest of your life. You get life in your rest life imprisonment with a lot of rest of your time in life to think about it. Get that piece of trash out of my courtroom." Got it. Okay. Now, as the judge waved the gavel down like this, "Well, but this court is to reside now. Guilty as charged for 25 for rest of life in penitentiary. Case dismissed." I would meet her. "Get that piece of crap out of my courtroom now, please." Anyways, well, that's another bad thing about how it can happen. People like to drink. See, that's an obvious thing to say it. People do drink. People do actually do drink on Halloween, and I don't see any here on my live stream yet watching. That's awful. Hope we get somebody watching me too. Anyway, this is another thing. Well, I'm playing to you because one thing. Number 2 is candies and washing out. And also keep your eye out for people who will do stupid things. People that will always do stupid things. I can remember a very dangerous Halloween stunt that somebody pulled back many years back when I was very young, way before YouTube. This person was in the RV park, trick or treating, comes up to the camper. An old man said to him, I can't give you candy, got none to give. I'm on social assistance, I'm on old age, had none to give. And what happens? Oh boy, what happened there? Well, kids said, "I'm gonna teach this guy that he won't mind me candy. I'm gonna make sure he doesn't give any candy." And then what he got to tied a big toe chain around the hits right in around the triangle in front of the trailer where the metal beam come across the trailer hit. Tied a big whole thing in there. And the poor person starts the car, whips the trailer right off the concrete pad. And on top of that, he actually knocked over propane. The valve flew off the busted. Propane tank went right up in the air faster than it could go. And guess what happened? Can you guess? Well, and all that. Apparently, it was the guy got 3rd-degree burns, but the propane right through destroyed his RV, destroyed his trailer home. On top of that, caused so much damage, he had to buy new. The guy didn't have months to get this out, and had to buy a whole new trailer home. All because that person pulled a stunt. That person, unfortunately, a person pulled a stunt. He ended up in juvenile reformatory for a very long time. As a result, on top of this, they had to do, and they sent to work with penitentiary, grueling hard labor, and the grueling hard labor paid for that man's replacement, man's motor home. Think about it. That is awful. That horrible thing. You just don't do a Halloween. Now, this was the worst Halloween caper I seen in my life, and I remember it. I think I was only 10 years old at the time when this happened, but I still remember it like it was yesterday. Me now, being 65, I'm up there in age, but I remember it caper very well. It was pretty awful, and it made some news back then too. Like some of the older people knew what happened to Mr. Woke, that terrible, terrible person, terrible person in jail. Well, they branded him as such a terrible person, unbelievable, never gossip too. See, don't you be that awful person how we could terminate a like doing that. Don't ever think of that stunt. It's a dangerous one, and you will be. It will go to jail for it. And you think about it, you go this road, you go da dum bum bum jail, or this, or remember this Halloween night, police will be out, extra patrol, and they'll be watching every little corner, every trick or treater out there. On top of that, they'll be out there to get you. If you break the law, you'll go. This is what you'll get. Da dum bum da bum bum. Trial was held for Mr. Joe so and so on this date in the court of Hamilton Court by Judge Sherry Jack, saying that this person is found guilty and has got life imprisonment, no eligibility for parole. Think about that could be you doing that. So don't do that now. Be safe. And please, don't dip candies and stuff that, don't even dip in blood or acid or anything, or lace them with crack cocaine. Guaranteed you make someone so addicted to it. We have to seek addiction treatment. And what happened when I seek addiction treatment? Well, I'm going to show you this. Just a minute. This is what happened when they get. After they seek addiction treatment, here, okay, after seek addiction, then they have to get their life after addiction here. Think about life after addiction. Can you read that? Yes. 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 Yep. And because when you do drugs, you also harm people with it. You will rob, you steal, break into bank, steal people's credit cards just to get that high. So that's another thing. And the worst part is you will be homeless on the street, and you will be doing plenty and plenty and plenty of spare change. Think about it. Yeah, that ain't for you. Ain't a good home life at home. It's a great everybody here, including me. Well, that's the same to see this happening, and it's bad. And this way, if you don't want it, if you don't want to have a criminal record rest of life, I'm gonna say, if you cannot afford the time in jail, well, don't do the crime. If you don't do the crime, you don't have to do the time. Think about it. The old spring go. Don't do a crime in jail if you can't afford this in jail. And don't do the crime if you can't afford the time. Think about it. Plain and simple. If you've been the song goes, don't do the crime, you can't afford the time. Don't do the crime, you can't afford the time. You got it. Well, enough said in this blog today. And I'm going to say, now I'm going to announce to you this blog is now officially over. And thank you. And I'll be very happy to hear you again in the future. Next blog will be on Sunday again, around this time in the afternoon. So don't forget to tune me in to 93.3 CF and UFM. 93.3 on the FM band, or you can get us on the App Store too. And be happy all about be happy. Listen, I will be on the air. So remember, Please don't drink and drive. Take taxi, public transit, or subway if you live in big cities like New York or Chicago. Take the subway. Toronto, take the subway. Don't drink and drive. Have a wonderful, productive day and eating wherever you are. And he said, this is Sherrie Jackson signing off for another episode of YouTube Live.